It's a podcast where a dad, that's me,
and a son, that's me,
we begin to see movies that he's now ready to watch, which can mean content,
growing up,
and it can also just mean attention span.
Yes.
And so that's all very, very good stuff and very important. This week's film is Man
with a movie camera.
With the movie camera. In this case, but it's Man with a movie camera. And sometimes it's called A Man with a Movie Camera. So it's got a few titles because, you know, Russian.
Russia's.
And you've seen a handful of Russian movies.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, now you like Tarkovsky.
Tarkovsky.
We're going to do some Tarkovsky shows, even though you've already seen some Tarkovsky.
Yes.
Because, yeah, you like Tarkovsky and I like Tarkovsky, and it's definitely worth talking about the Tarkovsky. So, we're going to get this focused. Now, Man with a Movie Camera is an experimental film. You have seen one other experimental film. We watched
multiple other experimental films.
What other multiple?
Quay Brothers.
Quay Brothers, I forgot, yeah.
Who are you thinking of?
I was thinking Bill Morrison, that Frankenstein movie that we watched with Spirit of the Beehive.
Yeah, Spirit of the Beehive.
Spirit of the Beehive is not the experimental movie, though.
I know. That's
Frankenstein
a good one.
is.
I've seen some of his others.
Yeah. Okay. Is that
who's the guy with, like, the lemon short film?
Oh, you see some Hollis Brampton, yeah.
That guy, yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to think of it because I've seen a couple of those.
The structuralist filmmaker. So this is Soviet montage filmmaking, but it's not like Battleship Potemkin.
No.
Battleship Potemkin is kind of also experimental in a sense, but it's got a narrative.
Yes.
This movie
has no narrative.
No narrative at all. But
once you think about it, it kind of has a plot line, sort of. Like, it
what is
shows.
The plot line, sort of? Tell me.
It shows, like, how a normal day would go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, the city wakes up, everybody gets up, they do what they get ready, they wash themselves, they put clothes on, you know, and then it goes into you're going to where you need to go. It's all hectic, like in normal mornings.
Right.
And then things start to slow down about midday, and then you start doing your recreational, whatever, swimming, Olympics apparently. Everything seems Olympical.
It is very interesting sports choices, yes.
Russian basketball.
And then nightlife a little bit, right? So
Yeah.
we have a little bit of a beer bar kind of thing going on.
The camera seems to be drunk also.
At times, yes. So, yeah, that's... Okay, good. Well, let me read from the great academic source, Wikipedia, and tell you a little bit about the movie. So, it is Man with a Movie Camera, gives me the Russian, which I will not try to pronounce, sometimes called A Man with a Movie Camera, or The Man with the Movie Camera, or The Man with a Camera, or The Man with a Kinocamera, or Living Russia. Go to think. It's an experimental 1929 Soviet silent documentary film directed by Dziga Vertov and edited by his wife Elizaveta Svilova. Also, Boris Kaufman, we've seen a little bit of him before. That's a brother of Dziga Vertov, who was the cinematographer for Zero to Conduit.
You told me about that. I remember you talking about that while we were watching the movie.
Dots connected. Anyway, Vertov's feature film produced by the film studio VUFKU, which sounds like an explicit abbreviation.
Something
for
KU, so it's not that good. It's Kansas.
Presents urban life in Soviet cities of Kiev, Kharkov, Moscow, and Odessa. It has no actors. From dawn to dusk, no actors.
No auctioners.
No Octavius. From dawn to dusk, Soviet citizens are shown at work and at play and interact with the machinery of modern life. To the extent that it can be said to have characters, they have a cameraman of the title, the film editor, and the modern Soviet Union they discover in the present of the film.
I'll take the next two paragraphs.
Okay, would you?
Man with a Movie Camera is famous for the range of cinematic techniques Vertov invented, deployed or developed, such as double exposure, fast motion, slow motion, freeze frames, match cuts, jump cuts, split screens, Dutch angles, extreme close-ups, tracking shots, reversed footage, stop motion animations, and self-reflexive visuals. At one point, it features a split screen tracking shot semicolon, the sides have opposite Dutch angles.
Man with a Movie Camera was largely dismissed upon its release. The work's quick cut editing, self-reflexivity, and emphasis on form over content were all subjects of criticism. They didn't like it.
Yeah.
The British Film Institute's 2012 Sight and Sound poll, however, film critics voted it the 8th greatest film ever made. And the work was later named the best documentary of all time by the same magazine. You just watched the best documentary of all time. How do you feel?
No.
No?
I mean, yes, from a...
You didn't love it?
No, I loved it, but still, from a standpoint of a 14-year-old kid in 2018, for a documentary film, I would say something more like Blackfish or The Cove is something I would like more.
You like an issues kind of documentary
Yes.
for your documentary.
Also, I mean, Endless Summer was a good documentary I liked.
Summer's good, yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, you've definitely seen some documentaries. You know some things, so yeah, but this
Yeah.
is the greatest...
There was a whole summer of documentaries, remember?
Oh, there was. We watched a bunch of docs, didn't we? I forget these things. I'm old. You have to when you put me in the old folks home, you can tell me about all the movies that we watched together.
Okay.
I'll show
bring
me
you this. I'll bring you your crap top, and you can watch whatever you want on it.
Yeah, you can show me these videos.
The videos.
And I'll go, oh, I don't remember that at all. It'll be like the first time all the time. It'd be
Yeah.
great. So yeah, it's a documentary, but it's very experimental. Now I realize that all the techniques that we saw in this movie that he invented or deployed and developed in different ways are all things you've seen Dutch
Yeah.
angles, you've seen cross cutting, you've seen tracking shots, you've extreme close-ups, match cuts, freeze frames,
Reversed footage.
You've seen all this. The reverse footage with the chess pieces and the checkers pieces though. It's cool though, yeah?
Yeah.
But you've seen it all before, so was it impressive? Again, golly, nearly 100 years later?
Wait, really? I don't know.
It's like 80 some odd years.
It's more. I would say exactly. It's
70 plus
89.
20.
No, 91. 91.
91. So
It's 91.
can we go with nearly 100 years now?
Well, you said exactly 100.
Okay, it's nearly 100 years later. Can we go
Yes.
with that now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm technical.
Okay, yes you are.
But yeah, it looks really, really
That's the question.
experimental.
It does, but does it look impressive though with it being stuff that you've seen before? Maybe.
It's not as impressive as it would have been back then, as
Sure.
you said during the watch party.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks really good. It looks better than some of the stuff I've seen that's more recent trying to use that stuff. I mean, you've got your movies that are trying to use CGI, and it tries to do the stuff with this, but with CGI, and it looks worse than this did.
Yeah, real life optical effects is a thing, man.
Yeah, like we were talking about in the last episode with the invisibleness.
Oh,
of
with the Predator. Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, it's a very, very cool effect. Okay, well, let's just talk about what's in the movie. This is a propaganda movie.
Very much.
How is it telling us that the Soviet utopia is awesome?
Well, it's just showing everyday life and how it's perfect there. It's showing that people wake up and they're happy and they'll do what they want, and then they go to work and they work efficiently. Everybody looks happy at work.
Mm-hmm.
And
There is one pair of people that look particularly unhappy, though.
Yes.
Who are they?
I don't remember, but I remember
The couple filing for divorce.
Oh, yeah.
They're not so happy, but
No.
efficiently it's
But
all
then
happening.
later, as I specifically remember, was it some sort of government building? Was it a...
Yes, the Lenin Workers Association or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, it was something with a picture of Lenin on it.
Right.
Right across from a church, and
Right.
it looked happy.
Yeah, it's like, we're all getting along.
Yeah.
Dialectical synthesis, perhaps.
Yeah. And it shows how people are happy when they're doing their recreation at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
while they're swimming.
Yeah, you said it's very Olympic. What do you mean by that?
Shot put,
That meteor hammer throw thing.
Yeah.
Whatever that ball and chain thing is, meteor hammer is what I always think of.
I don't really...
I don't know what that thing's actually called.
But all these things I see in the Olympics. It looks
yeah.
like training for a triathlon when the lady's on the bike trainer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yes. 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 It's so weird. And they embrace the technology. Obviously, the technology's going on all the time.
Yeah.
And you see the way the technology moves in the sort of factory design and stuff, and that's being compared to film production, the assembly line of film itself, the way in which the frames are repeated, and the film tricks. So it's got like the modern world is also the cinematic world.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And obviously it's awesome in Russia. Come visit. I mean, there's that. Also, there's a live birth.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Did that need to happen? I'm kind of like with you. I'm like, I don't know about the live birth. The live birth.
That's when I realized, why did I want to grow up so fast?
Yes.
I thought having kids was going to be fun.
No, it's very awful.
Oh, wait, hey!
No, I mean having children is great. The birth of children is horrible. And you saw some of the terrible horrors thereof because there is a live birth. The beach scenes. I mean, there's content stuff there. I mean, this is on this version of it that I bought from like a Hastings. I think it's got MA on it for mature audiences. There you go. Well, it's mature audiences, but it's really pretty clinical.
Yeah.
There is some topless bathing. Goes on.
No, it's nude body painting.
Yeah, with body, but they're on the beach, right?
Yeah.
And they're washing stuff off. I mean, I don't know. It's not tantalizing, titillating in any way.
It's not like seductive.
No. No.
Thank goodness.
No. And so there's that. The life of Russia. This is awesome. Come to Odessa. You'll enjoy life there very much.
It said. Yeah, there's like 4 cities they used.
Yes,
it says there.
Kiev, Kharkov, Moscow, and Odessa. So we're doing all that kind of stuff, and Vertov's intention is that the electric eye, the kino eye, the camera eye, is gonna really capture life as it is, right? Even though he's manipulating the image all the time. And I mean that seems to be going on. I don't know. Do you want anything else you're just desperate to say about Man with a Movie Camera?
It's good.
It's good. Experimental films are good. So here's my question then: shelf or trash?
Depends on who you are.
Well I'm asking you.
No, like
you. Who are you? Are you the man with a movie camera DVD?
I can go get one.
I have one right here.
No, like you said, the movie camera. I'm not the man with the movie camera.
It's right there.
That's not a movie camera.
It's a movie camera. We're making a movie right now.
No, we're making a video.
Okay.
Back to what I was saying. Well, normally you guys on your GTGC also do the else or instead, which is like recommending what else to go with it or something.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, yes, I would keep it because it's a classic. It says it's a classic. It says it's great. One of the 8th greatest, right?
8th of all time and #1 documentary ever, according to BFI.
To keep it, yes, because I mean, if you want like the #1 thing, yes, I would take it. But if I was thinking of it as a normal 14-year-old kid, I would not be interested at all.
Yeah. If I didn't make you watch this, would you watch this movie?
If I wasn't a nerd's son,
right?
I wouldn't keep it whatsoever.
If you weren't with me while we watched it, would you have finished it?
I don't think I would have watched it in the first place.
But so let's just say you actually started at some point. Would you have finished this movie without having to do it for this show? No.
I would have gone on to watch something else.
So, okay, you would not try to talk your friends into watching this movie?
No. Well, even if I tried, they would not be interested.
No.
Except for maybe the beach scenes.
Oh, because girls.
Because 14-year-old, 15-year-old men.
And boobs.
Child.
Yeah. And naked Russian women. It says a thing about you, but we'll go with that.
Hey, wait a second.
Alright, so there's that. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I like this movie a lot. It's an experiment. It's not my favorite Russian experimental film. It's not my favorite dialectical montage film. Dziga Vertov, I don't know. He's fine. I'd rather watch Tarzan Eisenstein myself. So.
Well, I guess if I go back to the good trash, instead I would say watch Rome Open City.
Really? Which is not a documentary at all.
I know, but for the showing real life, you know.
So you're more of an Italian, you're a realist kind of person than you are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I like that sort of possible thing. And I think Rome Open City may have to find its way onto this show, too.
I think it will.
Because it's a doggone good movie.
Yeah, it was on the BFI and I think AFI.
I'm sure
100
it is. I'm sure it is.
250. We read it yesterday.
It's highly ranked.
Yeah.
So, well, tell us what you think about Man with Movie Camera if you happen to have watched it. If you think you ought to, I think you ought to watch it. Isaiah thinks
yes, if you're interested in
yes.
this
Question
kind of...
mark? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So take a look. Tell me what you think. We'll do that below in comments and stuff like that. If you want to be part of the Good Trash conversation, you head on over to goodtrashmedia.com to find all things Good Trash, our other podcasts, and whatnot that are going on there. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at good_trash. And finally, if you want to be a contributor to keep the lights on for this project and the other products that Good Trash Media put together, head on over to patreon.com/GTM. If you put in the notes of your donation that you found Good Trash, all things Good Trash from a bad feeling about this, we will let you pick a movie, but I have override powers because I still have to be a parent and whatnot. But that doesn't mean that we can't have a conversation about, okay, not that, but this. Obviously, porn's off the table. Duh. But whatever. Don't. You know what? Even as a joke, don't do that to me. But you can do all that through that stuff. And then say the other stuff about YouTube.
I don't think you mentioned it this time. You said last time that you did mention it. But in the comments below, you can suggest a movie, but it won't necessarily even be taking into consideration
I'm
whether...
100% sure he never listens to me. That's what I'm sure.
You didn't say in the YouTube comments. You said by donating you can say exactly what you want us to watch and you have override powers. But this, we get to pick if we like it or not, even if it is totally something I'd be able to watch.
See, I have doubts he listens to me, but he has none whatsoever. This is what it's like to be a parent. Moving on.
Also, subscribe if you really... It just helps us see how we're doing. And
Yes.
also, going back to the comments, help for whatever we're doing.
Yep.
If you want to say we can do better, if we could do worse.
You can show us ways to do worse. That would be good.
Yeah.
We can avoid
so we can see what we're not supposed to do.
Yeah, that would be good.
And then...
all help is helpful.
Hit the like button if you like the video, but just don't be the jerk who hits the don't like button, please. And also hit the notification, the bell, if you would like to see what we post, when we post it, or just stay alert, I guess. And I guess see you next time, because I've got a bad feeling about this.
See you next time. Bye-bye.